Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a edition of the I Am David Berry podcast. This is episode 4, week 4, and I am Kevin Green. I'm here with David Berry.
Hello.
Hi. We have 3 special guests here. We also have Mr. That's you.
Daniel Cordova.
Daniel Cordova, Mr.
David Cordova.
David Cordova, and of course, Mr.
Jim Pesky.
Who you heard so much about in the previous podcast.
What's great about this is he doesn't know.
He doesn't know what's said. We're downstairs in Dan's unfinished basement, drinking some, what is it? Is it
Woodford Reserve.
Woodford Reserve, and participating in some pita chips and hummus, as well as Pirate's Booty and Cheryl Green brownies. So, guys, what's going on?
I hate the internet.
Why do you hate the internet,
Because
David?
this is dumb.
You're dumb.
Why would anyone want to listen to what we're talking about right now? Anyone.
Kevin,
Why is everyone here so self-absorbed that they think anybody cares about what the fuck we're
Give him
talking
the numbers.
about?
Give him the numbers.
I can only tell you
What?
what the facts are.
Give me some facts.
I'm going to give you the facts.
Yeah.
The I Am David Berry podcast.
We're looking these in.
I'm looking it up right now.
You want to know where he's looking these numbers up, idiot?
The internet.
On the internet.
That's right. You can keep looking up. Mrs.
So what are you going to give me? You're going to give me numbers of people who listen?
Yeah.
Who care about every word that I say?
Okay. And I'm going to take that number and I'm going to give you an exact number of how many idiots there are.
Great.
And I
Fair
can name
enough.
right away.
And then I also like you to point out load-bearing and non-load-bearing structures in the basement.
Who's going to do that?
Okay, Dan will do that? All right, let's see here. Let's just go.
A lot of dead air on the I Am David Berry
Well,
podcast.
the other people can contribute here.
Well,
What's
Jim's in a long-term relationship.
Yeah, how's Dorinda, Jim?
She's doing well.
Yeah?
She's doing well.
Okay.
She's doing well. Home.
Those
Enjoying the Lifetime Movie Network tonight.
Oh, yeah.
What's she?
I really care.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
The most beautiful woman in the world.
Jim.
You could find her on the internet.
Yeah.
You may connect
I did.
through this podcast.
Oh, hold on. Jim
You
just
may
made...
find her.
All right, so what?
She might
Take it
be
out of
following.
context because you can't see, but we were...
Okay, 13 followers, 7 downloads, and 118 plays.
Wow.
Does that include
20
more
people?
downloads?
That's it. We're on our way up. On our way up.
118 plays.
118.
Do you have 118
I'm
of anything?
going to go on the record as this. I wish you guys the best.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
really do wish you guys the best. And I really got a feeling that David Berry, with his whole internet persona, is probably going to become a millionaire, and he'll probably be laughing at me in a few years.
The internet celebrity.
Now, with that said,
Hold
I'm
on.
becoming a grumpy old man because this is stupid. All of it's stupid. Just because he makes stupid people money, it doesn't mean it's not dumb. This is for the dumb. I work for my money.
Wait, what do you do?
I don't know. I go to work every day. I
Yeah?
come home and I drink scotch in the basement. Like a
Are
man.
you a day laborer? Are you a bricklayer?
Sometimes
Can you tell me something about load-bearing walls?
I know nothing about load.
You know nothing about
Which is
load-bearing walls.
interesting, because aren't you a building manager
You should know about
by trade?
Yeah, am I gonna really start having to talk about myself?
We're not
These
It's
idiots.
just out of curiosity, are we the ones who brought it up?
No, what?
I
I'm
mean,
done.
look,
Talk to
this
Jim.
doesn't have to be published. This is just for us.
This is true. Nothing's on the record.
Nothing's on the record here.
Nothing's on
Yeah.
the record.
Yeah.
Right, everything is on the record.
Dan, why don't you
Matt Taiteo's girlfriend is on the record.
how do you feel about that?
What do you think
Manti-gay-ow?
is true about the Manti-gay-ow story?
Do you think he's a gay guy, or do you think he's...
You know, I actually heard that yesterday.
I think he's gay.
I heard that yesterday, and I actually, when I heard it, it was like, you know what? That kind of now makes sense.
Here's the thing, though.
Is it to cover up? Because if he is a homosexual, in his mind he thinks this will help cover that.
Yeah.
3 years. I didn't know until today that this was a 3-year relationship.
I didn't know
yeah,
that until 5 minutes
2009.
until just you said
That's
that.
the thing. Like that's why
That's
it's
what
so.
he said.
That's why it's such a fascinating story. The guy didn't know this girl existed for 3 years, and he never Skyped
Of course
with her.
he did.
He got in a car crash.
Give me a
She
break.
had cancer. Never Skyped with her. Never had a video chat.
I don't buy it.
3 years and you didn't even put it near her lady parts?
Yeah.
Dude, you didn't bang her. She's not your girlfriend.
Is that the official rule?
I mean, that's pretty easy, right?
Okay.
I mean,
Not everyone you bang is your girlfriend.
I mean,
right,
oh,
right,
Paradox.
right.
My 8th grade girlfriend, I just held hands with for 8
Well,
months.
you know, when you're an adolescent, yeah, that's okay in 8th
That's
grade.
okay. That's acceptable.
What about 9th grade?
Yeah.
No, you gotta bang.
There's like a cutoff. The summer,
When
the
you
summer
enter high
between 8th
school-
and 9th grade.
Yeah, when you get into high school, you gotta
play some high stakes games.
Yeah.
If you want,
There's a cutoff line there.
That's right.
Okay.
But is he gay? What is he?
Well, that would be
gay.
the most interesting thing to
You
me.
could buy that.
Most interesting thing to me would be if he was a straight guy, but he said he was gay just to get off the public scrutiny. Because if he said he was gay, everybody would be like, "Oh, that's fine. Like, I get it. You're a champion." And then he had to live the rest of his life as a homosexual man.
All right,
Because
so I've got a new idea. Kevin's not allowed to say anything for the rest of the
Why?
podcast.
That wouldn't be fascinating to you.
That sounds
So who was he
like
talking
a
to?
lot of work to prove
Himself?
that you
But
are
I'm saying, like,
pretending to be
straight guy, but like, if he said he was gay,
That's
right
fine.
away he would be like the gay champion, the first gay athlete who's out in the open while still like performing.
Since the professional boxer who just came out.
That's not-
since-
yeah.
Oh, well,
That's
he
not
was-
even-
Yeah, that guy's not high profile enough. But the thing
It's
is,
not
here's the
the
thing.
same.
Manti-gay-ow's how old?
21, 22.
Right. He's not.
But he's a Mormon too. Like, there's that. On
He is?
Yeah. That's why it's so fascinating.
Oh, did he vote for
There's
Mitt
so
Romney?
many. There's so many layers to this.
This gets so deep.
Well,
Yeah.
this is making the gay conspiracy even. Here's the thing. He didn't. There's no way. First of all, it ends poorly. He looks stupid any way you slice his story. There's no way you can talk to someone for 3 years and not know this person doesn't exist. There's no way.
Right.
So who was it?
He was making it up the whole time to cover up his
And
homosexuality.
you know, so you think it's a homosexual thing?
Look, I'm saying it makes a lot of sense. For
Well,
him to, for 3
his
years,
story-
use this as his alibi. No, I'm not gay. I have a girlfriend.
Well,
I'm-
Kevin's been saying, "Oh, I'm an actor." For
We all know
about
Kevin
8 or
is
9
gay,
years.
and we all know what he did a month ago. Right? We all know this. But,
He had some stuff he needed to take care of.
right, his words.
Kevin's not gay. It's just a rumor that we're perpetuating.
But
Right now.
you know,
And maybe some of the listeners know for a fact.
Yeah.
a couple of my followers that would explain it.
If any of the Grease Athena show choir members are listening, please leave a comment.
The thing, getting back to it, the whole Manti-gay-ow thing, is that he said last night in an interview that he did not start this thing. Isn't it easy to be like, okay, someone played a joke on you, then you realized it, and then you decided to go along with it for PR's sake during the Heisman run? Isn't that something that could be possible?
Yes.
Could be possible.
There's a lot of things that could be possible.
Yeah, I mean,
They all make you look stupid. All of them.
I mean, yeah. But
You know,
what
a lot more
story?
possible.
You're in an NFL team. What story would make him look best for an NFL player?
Look
Like,
best
what would
or
make him not
the
get
le-
shit
the
every
least
single time?
Worst, the least worst story?
Yeah, what's the least worst scenario for him to not get destroyed in the NFL team and just, cursed out?
That's tough.
say
say
he's
that-
probably the victim of a hoax. Probably the gay one.
The gay
No,
one, you think?
I would
don't
say
know, I
that
don't
he is
think
the
so.
victim of a very highly orchestrated hoax. Is the only scenario that can kind of redeem him. But then again, if it really is 3 years, like we're hearing, then I don't see how there's 3 years worth of a hoax that you literally had no idea what was going on.
Right.
You could even justify, I carried on a relationship this long with somebody who didn't exist.
What was the best case scenario you laid out earlier today?
The
Was
best
it
case
best
scenario is
case
that he's
that-
totally innocent and he really thought that he was dating somebody.
But then he's
He
an
was
idiot.
totally
No, but that's not
stupid.
best case because then he's an idiot in
Right.
for 3 years.
Yes.
So then
He's an idiot.
He has
The best
no
case
chance
scenario
in
is
an
he's
NFL
an
career.
idiot.
Best
So where-
case is
Oh, I think he'll be fine.
Where does he
you don't
draft
have to
now
be a
because
brain
of
surgeon to go to
How
that
far
far.
down
We're
the
talking about a
draft?
lot of different things now. I mean, I don't know. But what is the worst? Okay, what is the best case scenario for him? Is that I'm
Is that
totally
he's
innocent.
Just an idiot.
Yes, I am an idiot. But that's still really bad.
Yeah, but that's
That's still really
I
bad.
think that's the best case.
Here's the thing.
More likely is that he went along with it to make himself look better.
To think he didn't
To-
go along with it over 3 years at some point.
I
So
think-
now he just looks douchey, like a
Yeah.
douchebag,
By the
like a
time-
bad guy.
But if you're a bad guy, isn't that better for your rep in the NFL than being a guy who's just completely gullible?
This is
I
not-
think so.
This is not a
I
scenario
think so,
though,
yeah.
where he comes across as a tough guy. We'll put it in context, all right?
Well,
By the
he can
time-
be an asshole. Like,
We'll put this in context. By the time the first snap of the football season in 2013 starts, this is going to be a non-issue.
That's
Tiger
not-
Woods had sex with God knows how many women,
Maybe
and
publicly.
he is back in Nike commercials again.
you want to,
Like,
but
he is?
you want to.
He's
Bribing
in a
his
new commercial
wife to
with
marry
Rory McIlroy
He's doing what?
He's bribing his ex-wife to get back.
to get back with him. Tiger
Yeah.
Woods,
Right.
$200
in a
million.
commercial?
He
No,
wants
in
to-
real life.
He agrees
In real life?
to get back
Real
with her
life.
if he cheats
How
on
different
her.
is that?
$200 million.
Really, than from the first time.
She wants
I mean,
$350.
but Tiger Woods is I
She'll
mean,
get
it's
back
not
with
even
him
an
for
issue.
$350?
$350.
When we mention Tiger Woods' name now, it's not even an issue. I mean,
Still what I
And
think.
he
though.
did something to me which is far more egregious in the public eye than making up the fact that he had a girlfriend. No harm, no foul. It's a made-up individual, whereas Tiger Woods had an affair with a minimum of 14 women.
You want to talk about moral standing? That's fine.
No, I'm just saying, what we're talking about, the fact, I think this is getting far too much attention, mainstream media-wise, for an issue that's probably not going to be relevant once they play it down in football.
He's a Heisman girlfriend, though, that died, and he got all this sympathy and all this news coverage because, oh, poor me, look at me, like my girlfriend died of cancer or whatever it was.
And if he knew,
if he knew about it and went along with it, that's pretty bad.
That's fucked.
That's pretty bad.
That's messed up.
That's why best case, he's just, hey, I'm an idiot, whatever. Nobody in the NFL really gives a shit. If you can hit guys and put them on their back, nobody cares how.
But that's the thing, though. But if he was completely fooled, then he's just going to be verbally ridiculed
worse.
like crazy.
Yeah, that's
he
worse
doesn't
than
stand
the
a chance
NFL.
of lasting in the NFL. It's better if he was just the jerk who
Yes.
decided to, for my own public candidacy for the Heisman,
Yeah.
I perpetuated this lie.
Yes.
I mean,
Then
Ray
his
Lewis
teammate-
got off on a murder and
That's
he
what I'm-
parlayed
yeah.
an entire career.
Dante
out of it.
Stallworth literally killed someone.
Yeah. Well, his career didn't really do much, but Ray Lewis killed people.
Still make millions
He
of
still
dollars.
may be killing people.
And could go to the Super Bowl.
And he could go to the Super Bowl in just a few short
Why
weeks.
is no one talking about the fact that Ray Lewis is probably taking steroids right now?
Because
He's
no
playing
one
like
brought
he
it up
used
until
to
you
5
just brought
years
it up
ago.
right now.
Everyone takes steroids.
I
I'm
think
just saying.
that professional athletes should all take steroids.
I think it'd be much more interesting.
People in their regular day-to-day jobs are expected to put in the absolute best they can, put in overtime. Well, what's going to make you better at your job as an athlete? You can only practice so much until it plateaus. You should be allowed to do steroids.
Yeah, but those steroids have a harmful effect on your body.
So does being
You're going to die.
Their
from
body is
concussions
not our
anyway.
concern. We sell them.
Here,
Bodies for our entertainment.
well, their body gets destroyed anyway, especially if you're a football
Because
player.
the NFL certainly doesn't really care about their preservation. I mean, they're doing an awful lot to protect quarterbacks, but they're not trying to protect any other players.
I have an interesting thing that I read. The fact, they have a whole CTE thing going on with the concussions in the NFL and everything.
Yeah.
What if...
We took out their brains.
No. What if...
While they're alive.
who's the running back for the Bills?
Thurman Thomas.
No.
CJ.
What if O.J. Simpson has CTE and that's the reason that he ended up doing what he did?
Well, Junior
Well,
Seau.
according
He still killed
according to a jury of his peers, he didn't do anything.
Well, that's true.
So-
I mean, we all know he
Until
killed her.
strong-armed robbery just a few short years later.
But what if that is that exonerate him, or is that a defense he should be trying to get to the bottom of? That's just
Defense
interesting
for
to me.
what? For
For-
armed robbery?
For whatever it is, just like your brain's not working right because
He
you took
was
so many
exonerated
hits.
for the
Insanity.
murder that he didn't commit.
Not in a civil court.
But not in the civil court, but that's not a court of law
That's
that
not
put him in
criminal
prison. But yeah, I mean, sure, there's an argument to be made for it. Our justice system is designed so that you don't get equal coverage. You get, equal defense under the law. You get that defense if you pay for it. So if this is hardly a unique circumstance. If you're able to,
I'm sorry, Dave, we're not listening. Dan's pouring pirates.
No one's listening.
Yeah, that's all right. I've just kind of gotten used to it. So, anyways,
Yeah. So, Jim, what was your...
What if there's a field goal kicker who
Yeah,
can kick
what if-
the ball
what if there's a
100
kicker
yards?
kicking 100 yards? What if?
I'd probably draft that guy. I think I'd go after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make it every time.
Every time.
before or after Manti-gay-ow?
What?
Would you draft him before or after Manti-gay-ow?
Before.
Manti-gay-ow was supposed to be a top 10 pick, wasn't
Yeah.
No way, no.
Apparently, the Buffalo Bills still want him.
he? No, seriously.
Yeah,
He was projected to go to the Bills.
6 to 8, somewhere in that
They'll
range.
keep him for 2 or 3 seasons and then trade him for someone far worse.
And he'll have a great career somewhere else.
Somewhere else, yes.
So for
That's
the
what happens.
Unless he
original
goes to Dallas.
Yes.
Because careers go to die in Dallas. Because Jerry Jones can't win without a salary cap. No salary cap.
Well said.
Thank you. My eloquency is nearly as powerful as a non-load-bearing wall.
This podcast sucks.
I gotta throw this one away.
I think
Chalk that up as a loss.
I like that it's made us enough talk as if we're on a show.
Yeah, then I stopped.
That's how it is. All right, well,
It's like
That's-
Seinfeld, the Merv Griffin show.
that's
Griffin show?
the end.
Yeah, delete that one.